Some people spend their lives chasing miracles, and then there are people who become one. This is the story of Dashrath Manjhi, a simple man from a small village in India who proved that love is stronger than any mountain. His village, Gilor, was a prisoner of geography, completely surrounded by tall, stubborn mountains. To get to the nearest market hospital or school, the villagers had to walk for hours around the massive rock formation. Life was incredibly tough, a daily struggle against nature, but Dashrath never complained. He was a humble farm laborer, content with his small world, especially because it was filled with love for his wife Falguni. One scorching summer day, Dashrath was working on the far side of the mountain. The sun was brutal, the heat relentless, and the very stones beneath his feet felt like they were on fire. Suddenly, his work was interrupted by desperate cries echoing from the distance. Villagers came running, their faces pale with fear. His wife, Falguni, had slipped and fallen from the treacherous mountain path while trying to bring him food and water. The trail was narrow, steep, and unforgiving. By the time Dashrath rushed to her side, she was grievously injured. The nearest hospital was on the other side of the mountain, a journey that would take hours. They tried to get her there, a frantic race against time, but the distance was too great. By the time they reached hope, it was too late. The love of his life was gone. Tragedy can shatter a person, and for a moment, Dashrath was broken. But in that moment of profound grief, something else ignited within him, a fire of pure determination. He looked at the mountain, the silent, stone giant that had taken his wife, and made a vow. "You created this distance," he declared. "You stood in our way. Now, I will make sure you never stand in anyone's way again." And so, his impossible mission began. The very next morning, Dashrath picked up a simple hammer, a chisel, and a vision. He walked to the foot of the mountain, stood before the colossal wall of rock, and began to strike it, one chip at a time, then another, and another. At first, his neighbors thought he had lost his mind. They laughed at him. "Are you trying to move a mountain, Dashrath?" They mocked. "You're just one man. Have you gone mad from grief?" Dashrath didn't waste his breath answering them. He just wiped the sweat from his brow and continued his work. He knew he wasn't just breaking stones. He was breaking the chains of destiny that had bound his village for generations. Days melted into weeks. Weeks stretched into months. Months turned into years. His routine never changed. Every morning, he woke before sunrise and headed to the mountain. He worked tirelessly until the sun set. When the monsoon rains lashed down, he worked. When the summer heat was unbearable, he worked. When he had no food to eat, he worked. Even on days when his hope dwindled, he still worked. His hands cracked and bled. His shoulders ached with a pain that never left. His body grew gaunt and weary, but his spirit, fueled by love and loss, remained unbreakable. Slowly, the mockery from the villagers turned into silent awe. They would stop and stare at this lone figure, a man with no money, no machinery, and no support, challenging a mountain with nothing but a hammer and a heart stronger than the rock itself. He was no longer a madman. He was a force of nature. Then, after 22 long, grueling years, the impossible happened. Where there was once a solid, impassable wall of rock, there was now a road, a path carved straight through the heart of the mountain, 360 feet long, 30 feet wide, and 25 feet deep. Dashrath Manjhi had done it. He had moved the mountain. The impact was immediate and profound. The villagers could now reach the hospital in minutes, not hours. Children could finally go to school safely. Women could carry water and food without risking their lives on steep, dangerous slopes. Dashrath Manjhi, the poor laborer who owned nothing, had single-handedly gifted his entire village a new future. When the world finally took notice of his superhuman feat, his explanation was simple, yet powerful. "Love and determination," he said, "can cut through mountains." His story is a testament to that truth. Dashrath didn't wait for the government to help. He didn't look for a hero to save his people. He became the hero. His incredible journey reminds us all that you do need wealth or power to make a real impact. You don't need an army, to change the world. You just need a reason big enough to keep you going, no matter what. Dashrath's reason was love, and his love became a miracle carved in stone. So, the next time you feel that life is too tough, or your dreams seem too big, or when people tell you something is impossible, remember the mountain man. Remember the man who carved a road through a mountain with just a hammer and chisel. If he could do that, just think of the mountains you can move in your own life. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales of incredible human spirit.